Hi students, welcome to our week 7. We are wrapping up our second module, which is focused on our first writing project, the personal narrative. So this week we are going to be focusing on reviewing our feedback, kind of synthesizing that information, and then implementing some revisions to improve our drafts. So that's basically the focus for the whole week. So I've given you some resources, information to help you with that. So one of the first things I wanted to show you was just that you have your weekly overview, which kind of outlines everything, lets you know what we're doing and what the deliverables are for the week. You do have the assignment sheet here again. Yes, I've posted it every week just for your convenience so you can access it. And remember, it's always important to read that before you begin working on the paper. It cannot hurt you at all to review it, and in fact it'll probably help you to read it again at all stages of the writing process. You do have an adaptive learning assignment this week that kind of focuses mostly on the stage of the writing process that we're in, which is revising and editing, and helping you understand some of the distinctions between those two in terms of bigger changes, the more global changes, and the more sentence level local changes that you make to your drafts. This is an important resource. It is a revision guide, and this is, I have a narrated version and a PDF, so there are some things for you to consider. So this is something that I'm giving you with a little bit of a nudge, like, hey, these things, you need to check on some of these things here to make sure your draft, and this focuses on mostly the larger areas that you want to check for specific to a personal narrative, those text moves, those narrative techniques that we've been learning about. Another important resource are in the module are the how to do things, right? So I do have step-by-step instructions on how to access your feedback, because that's one of the first things you'll want to do this week. And you can access that feedback from your peers. You can access the feedback on BrainFuse. Remember, that's a separate place where you may have submitted your work. You can still submit to BrainFuse if you have not done so, but I would recommend doing that very early in the week, like maybe today, and how you can get back to your self-evaluation, because that is an important source of feedback too. Don't forget about the feedback you gave to yourself. So your journal assignment for this week are several parts. So I would focus on this early in the week as well, and just, this is a journal. So this is, me guiding you through that process, giving you some things to think about and how to process that feedback. So we're going to first gather the feedback. I have some guiding questions to help you. This is a reflection, so just respond informally. This is not a major writing assignment. This is a journal assignment. So identify some strengths and areas for improvement, develop a revision strategy, set some actual goals, and then kind of reflect a little bit on your process. So there are 5 different little parts of this reflection assignment to help you figure out some things that you will want to work on and improve in your draft. Okay, and once you have gotten that and you're working on implementing your changes, one of the things that I've given you here is help for how to submit on the Connect assignment link for the Writing Project 1. So I have step-by-step instructions here for that. I also have included a checklist for your draft, right? Just some things you can double check. I focused in my presentation mostly on the larger issues. This is a little more on the formatting and some things for your writing style mechanics, editing, and submission. So make sure you look at all this stuff and go over it, and when you're ready to submit your draft, you can do so back in the same assignment link we were in. And so just be aware of two major things. One, don't submit it too early because you can't resubmit it. Okay, so wait until you feel good and ready that you've made all the changes before you submit. Don't just hurry, read what your peers write and make one little edit and then submit, because you won't be able to change it after that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And the other thing is just pay attention back up in here again, how you submit that. Take your time. If you have questions, you can ask me, but you will need to make those changes on the area where your first draft was. So the first draft's going to automatically populate over into your third stage area, and you'll have to make the changes there. So again, come back in here and read and review those steps and what you need to do to make sure you submit correctly. And voila! Once you submit, you are done. Pat yourselves on the back. It's been a journey, and you can look through the summary and the whole module summary just as a looking back on what you've accomplished, and we will begin the next writing project over the next few weeks. That will be coming up, and we'll have a completely different task ahead, different rhetorical situation, different type of assignment. Okay, everyone, I wish you the best on your revisions. I will be available if you have questions or need help. Have a great week, everyone.